Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. Alright, so today's video I'm just going to do a quick little sit down and talk about a Nintendo Direct that happened a few hours ago. I just got home about an hour now, got right into watching the Direct, and now I'm here. Alright, so overall, I like the Direct. A lot of things weren't for me, but there was a lot of things. And a lot of different things. So a lot of different fans got the things that they want, I would assume. Just because the game's not for me, maybe there's something for somebody else. And the more Switches that sell for certain games, the more other developers will bring their games. So I'm okay with games that I may not like, but I know other people will like. So right off the bat, they opened up with Luigi's Mansion 3. I like that. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Yes, it's a working title. They said 2019. Hopefully it doesn't get delayed. It's probably not coming out until next Christmas of 2019. But it's Luigi's Mansion 3. I really like the first one. I like the second one too, Dark Moon, but it was too long. It got too repetitive for me. The one mansion in the first game was enough. In the new game, after 2 of the mansion hotel-ish size things, I was done with the game. There was just too much to do, but that's fine. I still loved the game, and I still enjoyed it up to that point. So it's one of those games where I'll probably go back and play the next mansion in a couple months, and then after a couple months, I'll play the next mansion. So that way it keeps feeling like little games, and that'll get me past the feeling like it's the same game. So a new third one, awesome. On top of that too, they also showed Luigi's Mansion for the 3DS, and you can play co-op. That was a cool feature. I really like that. I don't know if it's enough to get me to buy the game again. I have it for the GameCube. That's enough for me. Because I don't think I would really play the co-op that much. Unless it really added to the game, and because you play co-op, they add more ghosts, they make it harder. If it was a hard mode and 2 people made it easier, then yes, I think I would do it. But other than that, I still like how they're supporting the 2DS. Let me just say that. Alright, so next up they came with Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn. I have that game, never played it. I got it for like $1 or $2, so it's neither here or there. But I've always wanted to play it. So I won't be getting this for the 3DS. I'll probably just play the one I have for the Wii. But for fans of it, it's cool that they're making a new one. For me to get a remaster of a game, usually it has to be a game I really love, or a lot of added features. And that's one of the things about the next game that I'm going to talk about, that I don't know if they added enough for me to buy the game. New Super Mario Brothers Deluxe. Brothers U Deluxe. Yeah, all it's included that I'm pretty sure of is the new Super Luigi U. I already have that bundle for the Wii U. So I still have my Wii U. There's really no reason for me to buy that game. Now, if it added, like, new Peach U, maybe if I could play the game with new levels designed for Princess Peach or Toad, that probably would have sold it to me. So as this going so far, to me the Deluxe Edition is really just the old game. They didn't really add anything to it. So yeah, I'm probably going to pass on that until it drops. If it drops, when it drops below $20, maybe I'll pick it up. Bowser's Inside Story was also up for the 3DS. I've never played any of those games, so it's not really something I'm looking forward to. I was just happy they were still supporting the 3DS. Yeah, people could say, well, if they could have just released it for the Switch, you know, yeah, but they still want their 3DS for some reason. I'm okay with that because to me, the 3DS is smaller, easier to travel with. Now, if they ever made a Nintendo Switch Mini, then maybe I'd be like, all right, let's make these games for the Switch because I would carry it around. Right now, Nintendo Switch is too big for me to carry around. All right. Then they came out. The next game that kind of caught my attention was I can't say it right now. Katamari Damacy. Yeah, we'll go with that. I have that for the PS2, so I'll probably just play that on that. But for people that played the game in the past, haven't played it since it came out, don't have their PS2 anymore, here you go. It looks cool with the motion, and nice little news. All right, so the big thing, in my mind, Nintendo actually talked about the Nintendo Online service. That's cool. So it's about time. I know we've been playing for free for the last year or so, and now we're going to have to pay to play online. That's fine. Every other console maker does it. It makes sense. But at least they're giving you some stuff with it, and it's not as expensive as the Xbox and the PlayStation. Granted, the Xbox and PlayStation does give you new games, not new games, but current generation games. But hey, for $12 a month, for $19.99 a year, you get your cloud saves for most of your games, online support, and you get classic NES games. Now that's the big thing. How many classic NES games are you getting each month? How often are they going to rotate it out, or they just keep them on there? So does this mean they're never going to sell these games separately anymore? Or are they going to still sell the NES games on their online store? Or are they only going to have it ever for the online store for the online members to try to get people to jump over? If they're always going to have all their library available for the online people, that's cool. That's worth the $20. Especially if I don't own the NES games that they show. So, here's for hopefully more news soon. I can't wait to see what comes out for next month, or next week, and how long the games stay. Granted, with an NES game, you can beat it within the month. So you can probably beat all the games within the month and be ready for the next month. Hopefully, the rotation isn't too long. So that way, if they take a game off, I'm not waiting 6-7 months to play it again. That I would not like, because I have so many games that, if they did 20 games every month, it'd take 2 years. 20, 200. It'd take 3 years before you played those games again. Obviously, they're not going to do all the lower ones, and they probably can't even get half of the games they had for the NES library. But even, if they can get 150 of their games on there, 20 games a month, you're basically going to take you a whole year to play those games again. So hopefully not. Now the next thing they released or talked about with the NES style controllers, so you could play the games like you play them on your Nintendo, your regular NES. I like them. I don't like the price. For $59.99, I don't think they're for me. I would probably buy a third-party company, especially the ones where I've seen where you can take apart your old NES, add Bluetooth support, or put a new board in and make it so it's Bluetooth compatible with an adapter to the Switch. Because at least then I can play it on my old NES as well. $60 for these two controllers, that's expensive for me. I don't think I'll be getting those. Yeah, I just don't see myself paying, especially because, they're only good for the NES games. I guess $30 a controller isn't too bad. It's more than I want to spend. So yeah, they look cool. Definitely worth using for your NES. I just think I'll look for another option. They do look cool hanging on the side of your console, though. They might get me just for that, but hopefully, I do like how you can connect them to the side of your console, but other than looks and charging, that's all you got. Alright. And Game Freak is coming out with a new game. It looks interesting. Not much to be told. RPG inside a town, and apparently the whole game takes place in that one town. Hopefully we see more, but I do like how Game Freak has another game. I don't know if have they only ever made Pokemon games? I've never really thought about it. But hey, that's cool. All right, next up, City Skylines reminds me of SimCity 2000. Not really my type of game, so you know, it's weird how they showed City Skylines, and then Civilization 6. To me, if I had to pick between the two, it'd be Civilization 6. I just like how they have the ancient times, modern times. I don't know much of the difference between the two, if they're similar or not. Let me know in the comments, but if I had to choose between the two, I'd go with Civilization 6. It seems like the same type of game, just more stuff. They showed a lot of Final Fantasy in this Direct. I was kind of shocked. The world of Final Fantasy, Maxima, is coming to the Switch. I don't know much about the game. It just looks like a different take on a Final Fantasy game with all your, not all, but a lot of your favorite characters from the past. I'll definitely be keeping an eye on that one. And then Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac Age. I'm not really sure what that game is. I know it's on the PS4, but that's about it. So I'll have to check it out. I do like my Final Fantasy games. I played 8, 10. That's about it. I bought 9 and 7, never played it. I tried 7 and I tried 9, and then I let someone borrow 9 and never got it back. And by the time, well, I did get it back, but by the time I did, I forgot about the game. So, yeah. But I played 8 for well over 100 hours on multiple playthrough over the years. Each time, well over 100 hours. I have dedicated memory cards to Final Fantasy VIII, and they didn't even release that. That was the thing. The next thing up they came out, they're showing Final Fantasy VII characters, 9, 10, 10-2. And I'm just like, ooh, they're releasing the old Final Fantasy games. Yeah! I was really happy. And then they show 7, 9, 10, and 10-2. I'm just like, really? No 8? The one that I love the most? Granted, I know everyone's like 7's the best one on the PlayStation, but I played 8 first, and I really liked it. I liked the story, the way it looked, and then I tried 7, and 7 just looked funny to me. I know. You're going to give me a thumbs down for it. I'm sorry. But at least they're coming out, so maybe they sell well, and I get 8 somewheres down the line. Who knows? But that was cool. And then they showed Yoshi's new game. I wasn't excited for that as much because, you know, they already kind of leaked the title earlier this week. But it was nice that it's coming out. They showed it. I really like it. I like being able to play backwards on the level, flipping the view around. Kind of reminds me of Paper Mario that way, where you can kind of get your different point of views to unreveal things. You know, that's about all that the Direct had for me. At the end, they did reveal a new Smash character from the Animal Crossing games. I've never played Animal Crossing, so to me it was just like, okay, it's a cool character. I can't wait to try out, see how it is. And then they announced an Animal Crossing game. So, for all you Animal Crossing fans, I'm glad they got what they wanted. I got plenty of things that made me happy. So yeah, that was a great Direct. Just in time for the holiday. I was kind of expecting a little bit more release dates and news about the games coming up to kind of like psych people up, but that'll probably just be in a, you know, quick little video, coming soon video or something like that. But yeah, great Direct. So yeah, all right. So those are the things that I like during the Direct, and that's about it. So you guys have a good night. Let me know in the comments what the big game you're excited to see in the Direct. And hey, hit the bell, hit the likes, watch the other video, and check me on the next video. All right, guys, have a good night, enjoy your gaming, and see you next time.